Reality doesn't believe in the impossible. It doesn't believe in moving without limits or breaking the laws of physics. Reality will never let you enter magical realms. Will never let you stop time or wield a lightsaber. But that doesn't mean you can't. You can have more than one body. You can have more than one world to explore. Because reality is yours to defy.
What is up, everybody? This is Anthony with VR 365. What is going on? It is Tuesday. It is Oculus Day 2019. Do you have an Oculus Quest? Do you have an Oculus Rift S? Or are you sitting on the sidelines? Are you a Valve Index guy? Are you a PlayStation VR guy? What is going on here? This is Oculus Day 2019. It is pretty incredible. A lot of people are basically having a Questmas, a Rift Smas. We've got brand new releases. Nostradamus Jr. possibly confirmed to a certain degree. What did I tell you, folks? I said Dead and Buried 2, day and date. Dead and Buried 2, day and date. And I also said Dance Central, day and date. What I didn't know about is Shadow Point. Shadow Point is out there. It is available right now for your Oculus Rift S. Incompatible with the regular Rift. All new games are incompatible. No, obviously, of course, it's compatible with a standard Oculus Rift. And if you're a Revive type of person, you could still possibly experience Dead and Buried 2, Shadow Point, and Dance Central. They're all available today, but nobody's talking about it whatsoever. It is completely buried. No Stormland, so I guess I don't pass the crown over to MRTV. He is not my honorary Nostradamus because we did not get Stormland. What is going on, ladies and gentlebots? It is an exciting day. A lot of craziness. I've got a lot of trailers. Like, look at these commercials. Let's take a look at this real quick. So this is one of the first commercials, Defy Reality. So cool, bro. Lots of young people using VR in incredible ways, empowering ways.
Reality doesn't believe in the impossible. It doesn't believe in moving without limits or breaking the laws of physics. Reality will never let you enter magical realms. Will never let you stop time or wield a lightsaber. But that doesn't mean you can't. You can have more than one body.
So yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. Defy reality. Defy reality. Do we like that? Is that the phrase that we want? Personally, I wanted freedom, freedom. You got to do what you say, or whatever the hell it is. You know, George Michael, freedom. That's what I wanted, not defy reality. It's okay. It's not a bad commercial. I would give it maybe a 7 out of 10 for the commercial. Also, did you guys notice in this particular commercial, the average age of the participants that they're showing skewing very young. Very young. Like, I don't think anybody that they're showing here is over the age of like 27. And I think that is incredibly deliberate. They want VR to catch on with a younger generation. And VR right now has caught on with us old ass mofos. You know, VR is very popular with people that are in their mid 30s, their early 40s, late 40s, early 50s, even people that are 60 years old. They're into VR because all their life they've dreamed about a product like this that could take them to this like future possible world that they never thought they would actually see it within their own lifetime. And these people are really jazzed up. But what about the youngsters? Because if the youngsters don't really get into this, we've got a problem. And so we need these youngsters. And so that's kind of what they're advertising here on this particular Oculus Quest commercial. Now, there's actually several different versions of this commercial. Let me see if I can find one of the other ones. Some of them are that noise that you're hearing. Hold on one second here. I got this big giant water jug that I wanted to be able to refill my water and have plenty of water for this little episode. And it's making these little popping noises. So my apologies for that. I'll just leave the top off. Okay, so let's see here. I know there's all these different little Defy Reality. Let's check this other one out. I think we got 3 different Defy Reality commercials. So let's go ahead and check this one out.
Reality doesn't believe in the impossible. It doesn't believe in moving without limits or breaking the laws of physics. Reality will never let you stop time or wield a lightsaber. Reality gave you one body.
Wait, maybe that's the same one that I just had. I know they have like 3 of them. So I don't know. Here, there's the anthem. I thought I just played the anthem. And then there's also this other video. Have you guys seen this one? The tutorials. Kind of funny, kind of weird. This guy keeps walking around. He's like walking around his living room, and he'll put his headset on and he's doing something. And he'll be like, oh, yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. It's kind of funny. But anyway, why don't we go ahead and talk about the adventure that I had today. Okay, this guy right here. This guy is always like nodding. He's like, oh, yeah, that's good. Okay, that's good. During the setup part. Comes a little bit later. But basically, I wanted to talk a little bit about my journey with the Oculus Quest earlier today, and then I could talk about the different experiences I've had with it. And we've got a lot of other trailers and everything that's going on as well. We've got tons of people in chat. People are getting the Rift S. People are like Steve Bishop in chat right now says, Rift S visuals have surprised me. I always thought it would look good, but it's better than I expected. And that is Mr. Pimax himself, Steve Bishop. No, not exactly. Not exactly Mr. Pimax. But yeah, Steve Bishop in the building. So anyway, so my day started off like this. Okay, here's the guy, and watch the little goofy nods that he does throughout this video, but I'll just leave this running in the background, basically. So I woke up today at about 6 a.m., which is typically, I've been waking up at that time every single day. Doesn't matter if it's Saturday, Sunday, whatever, bam, I'm up at the crack of dawn at 6 a.m., and it's because I've been getting used to going back to work, and I have to work, I have to leave not too long after that. So today I woke up at about 6, actually, yeah, it was about 5:50 actually. I think it was about 5:50 I woke up, and I was like, I got to drive over there. I'm going to drive over to Walmart. I didn't call them the night before. I didn't check with any managers, didn't do any of that. I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to drive to this Walmart. I'm going to hope for the best. And if it works out, awesome. And if it doesn't work out, well, I got GameStop at 10 o'clock and I'll just do some other miscellaneous stuff and wait around for 10 o'clock. Okay, so that was my strategy. So I drove over to Walmart and I went to the electronics department. It was 6 a.m. in the morning. There was hardly anybody there. I don't know if I even saw another customer in the entire place, but a lot of Walmart employees all over the place. So I walk all the way back to the electronics department, and they actually had 2 young ladies that were working at the electronics department right when I showed up. And I said, yeah, do you guys have the Oculus Quest? And she was like, I think so. Hold on, I think we have to go to the back or something like that. So she had to go call somebody, and they went and got a couple of boxes. They had 2 different boxes that I think maybe had 4 Oculus Quests in each of the boxes. And she said, well, which one do you want? 128, 64 gigs. I said, I'm going 128, baby. Let's go ahead. Let's do the 128. That way I can just load this puppy up with all kinds of demos, all kinds of samples of videos, all kinds of crap, and I'm not going to worry about it. So I went 128. But the average person, probably not a big deal. So I did that. I bought it. And so it all worked out really good. And here's my receipt from Walmart. And the grand total is $542.66. $542.66. And this is where I got to thank you guys, man, because this actually, I didn't pay for this. My Patreon supporters, my PayPal supporters, since I've started actually kind of like monetizing this channel in a backwards kind of a way. I think it was like late January of this year is when I started to do this. And over all this time, I've received quite a few donations and PayPal support. It's been incredible. Oh my God, I thank you guys to the, to the highest degree you can possibly thank somebody, because this quest that I have right now, it's basically you guys bought me this quest, and that's incredible. It's truly incredible. I would have bought one anyway, but what this does is by being able to do these kinds of things, then that allows me to maybe go after something else that I wouldn't have been able to go after, and things like that. And that's why this is so important and so just incredible. I just want to send my thanks out to anybody, whether you donated 50 cents or whether like one of you donated $100. Hussein X donated $100 in a single PayPal donation one time. And that is incredible. So, I mean, I was able to get the bigger, I'm an entitled YouTuber. I really am. I am entitled because of your guys' support. And I just want to say, oh my God, I appreciate it so much. It's incredible. Okay, now, in regards to the Oculus Quest, so I buy the thing, I get it home, and I get my phone, and I'm trying to start the process. I open it up, I take it out of its box. Kind of nice how it all came together. The box is back there actually. It's dark, so you might not be able to see it, but it's kind of right above that Oculus Rift box right there. So I start opening it up. I take the headset out. I take out my controllers, and I begin the process. And when I first grabbed my phone, I just went to my existing Oculus app, and I tried to add an Oculus Quest, and it kept saying that I needed to update the software. Well, ultimately, what I and have you seen this guy go, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right. That's what this whole entire video, it's like they said, okay, here's what we want you to do. We want you to walk around and just kind of nod your head every so often and kind of go like, yeah, gee willikers. Basically, we want you to think of gee willikers. Translate gee willikers. And that was his job in this particular video. But, dude's balling. So how can I argue about that? Okay, so what was I talking about here? Oh, the phone thing. So I found out it was my personal experience. I deleted the Oculus app off of my phone and then downloaded it again. That worked out better for me. I wasn't able to update the app or something, and I was stuck for a little while and I couldn't pair it. I couldn't do anything, but I deleted the app, re-downloaded the app, popped in there, added the Quest. It all worked great, and it went through its normal process. Had to charge it up a little bit and stuff, and then I started downloading all kinds of games. And here's again where I have to thank my lucky stars. I really do. I seriously appreciate I'm incredibly privileged, incredibly blessed, because as a member of VR Roundtable since the very beginning, we've gotten a lot of different Oculus games over the last 3 years. VR Roundtable's been going since August of 2016, basically. And we've gotten games over all that time, and we've put them in our Oculus account. And so we actually had a lot of games. And then also all the super chats that we've gotten since we've started doing super chats and stuff like that. All of that super chat money just goes into one pile, and we use it for any games that we don't get keys for. And so we bought a handful of Oculus Quest games as well. So I've got this like ridiculous catalog of, and then there's the free stuff, like BOGO. There's a number of free things. I mean, you got Poker Stars, you got Rec Room, et cetera, et cetera. So there's all that free stuff as well. And so I got all this stuff. So I'm just so thankful. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I mean, to all the developers out there over the last 3 years that have given us keys so that we could cover our games on VR Roundtable, wanted to say thank you so much for that. So finally, downloaded all that stuff. So it was my first time to go into the Oculus Quest. And here it is right here. Here's my Oculus Quest right here. It is a beautiful baby, a nice, beautiful member of the family. And it's such a beautiful day, isn't it? When you have a new member of your family come and join you. This is an important headset. I have actually a lot of negative things to say about this headset. I'm going to say a lot of negative things on this episode right now. I'm surprised. I'm genuinely surprised how legitimately negative I am about a lot of aspects of this headset. Having said all of that, this is such a key headset for probably the next 3 or 4 years. This is going to be such a key part of the VR gaming industry that despite any little issues that this thing has, I've got to love it. I've got to love this thing because this is our best hope. It really is. This is our best hope to possibly get mainstream acceptance where every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there consider possibly getting VR. And so my very first experience, I got to tell you, so after my phone paired up with this thing and it was finally ready to go, and, I put it on and it has a sensor that's right there. So it knows when your head is in it and it knows when your head isn't in it. And so basically it just kind of goes into a sleep mode if you don't have a head inside there. And then if you have a head inside there, it comes out of sleep mode. And so it's a beautiful design, very frictionless. The first time I put it on, it went into the black and white, the black and white pass-through mode, right? And I'm in my kitchen, and I'm on my kitchen countertop, and my wife is right there. My wife's getting ready for work, and she's like putting on makeup or whatever she's doing. And I went into this black and white pass-through mode, and I'm like, oh, fuck, this looks so cool. The controllers and everything, it is just so Tron. It's like black and white. And the pass-through is not perspective correct. So you see something like I saw my kitchen countertop. I saw the controllers sitting on my kitchen countertop. And like when you grab them, it's not like totally one-to-one as far as the pass-through goes on this. But for the most part, I thought it was incredible. And I really loved it. And, and so I was like, you got to check this out. So I got my wife to put it on. I'm like, just look around at this stuff. And she's like, oh, that's cool. She's like, can people see this? Can people see into our house? And I'm like, no, this is just for us. Well, I think, right? This is just for our safety. Zuck can see it. Okay, Zuck can see it. Priscilla can see it. But that's about it, right? But yeah, this is the beautiful Oculus Quest. Now, one thing that I will say about it that I thought was kind of interesting, I played this thing at GDC, and I don't know, for some reason, this seems a little bit smaller than what I saw at GDC. Like if I didn't know any better, I would think this is 20% smaller than what I put on my head at GDC. It just looks like it's a little bit miniaturized. It's like they would have a medium and a small, and I got sent the small one compared to what I had at GDC. I don't know why it seems like that to me. But the actual design, like the fabrics and everything, it all feels pretty good. Now, comfort, that's a whole nother ball game. So anyway, hold on. I'm going to set this puppy down. And then just to talk about the controllers for a quick second. Don't want to really activate anything here. But one of the interesting things I thought about with these controllers, using this, like right now, I have them in the wrong hand, I believe. Yeah, I have them in the wrong hand. This is actually the left controller in my right hand, the right controller in my left hand. And I did this countless times because the ergonomics, it's like it's easy to mistake which one goes into which hand. And so I kept getting it backwards. These little cords here don't give you a ton of wrist space here. If you've got some really big arms, you might have some problems. You might not even be able to use these little wrist straps. But for the most part, it felt good. Space Pirate Trainer, I got a lot to say about Space Pirate Trainer. I don't want to spoil it right now. But one worry is, oh my God, these things were rumbling constantly. And I think some games might wear your batteries down a lot faster than some of the other games. But I've played a number of Quest games. Maybe we should go ahead and get into the actual meat and potatoes of the Quest games that I played. Oh, also, I want to talk for a quick second about the Rift S as well. Okay, so in regards to the Rift S, let's put on a different video because this has been running for a while. Hold on one second. In regards to the Rift S, let's see, what could I put on? I'll just put on like this Dance Central video. Okay, so in regards to the Rift S, I had planned on buying a Rift S as well today. And so at 6 a.m., I went to Walmart, I got my Quest, all of that worked out great. Then I didn't even ask anybody at Walmart if they had a Rift S. I'm about 99% sure they don't carry the Rift S at all at Walmart. And so I don't think I missed out on anything, but I didn't even ask them. I just left. I bought the Quest. It was the only thing I did. And then I came back home. And so now it was starting to get close to 10 o'clock. And I was thinking about Best Buy. And I was like, you know what? I better go drive to a Best Buy. Let me go drive to a Best Buy so I can buy my Rift S, lock it up, get the damn thing, secure it, have it, and then I don't got to worry about it. Because if I wait till later in the day, maybe they only get 3 or 4 of them and they're all sold out, and that would really suck. And so I decided to go to the Best Buy in, it's in Natomas. It's this one area of Sacramento, because there's a Fry's Electronics that isn't too far away from it. And so I thought, well, if I go to that Best Buy and for some reason they don't have a Rift S, I can bounce over to Fry's really quick. Maybe Fry's will have it. So I go to the Best Buy, and I actually got there like 2 minutes before the Best Buy opened. There was about 4 or 5 people standing out front. None of them were going after a Quest or a Rift S. They were just randomly there for other things. I went into the Best Buy, went to the back. I was like, yeah, do you guys have the Oculus Rift S? The guy kind of looked at me like I was crazy. Then another guy came out and I told him about it, looked it up in the computer. He's like, we can order it, but it won't get here for another day. And he's like, you can drive to Roseville. I think they have a few. And I was like, Roseville, that is hella far. I'm like, oh, hell no. So basically I left. They did have a couple of Quests, though, at that particular Best Buy. So I left there. I went to Fry's to see if they would have a Rift S. They didn't have no Rift S. So I struck out, drove all the way back home. I had to go back to GameStop. So I went to GameStop to get my $50 back because I put $50 down at GameStop. And the lady said, like, I was like, has anybody come to pick a Quest up? And she's like, nope, nobody came. And the only one we got is the one that we got for you. And I apologize, sorry, I saw it at Walmart at 6 a.m. And she's like, oh, no big deal. It's no big deal at all. So I got my $50 back. And so basically that's how everything ended. No Rift S. So I do not have a Rift S. But check this out. Even more craziness. Yeah, I could go to Amazon and I might do that. But check this out. So today I was having my lunch and I was eating lunch and I was in my living room and I put on my TV and I went to the YouTube app and I watched Tested's review of the Reverb. This is the first time I had seen Tested's review of the Reverb. I hadn't seen the whole video. And I kicked back and I watched the entire video. And I got to tell you, man, there's a part of me that just wants to say F it and forget the Rift S, pay $200 more, get a Reverb. Look, I know the controllers are god awful. I know that there's a lot of problems with the Reverb. I know about the Mura, like the cloudy window if you're looking at a white background. I know about the blacks aren't very black. I know that it's not very bright. I know that it doesn't have an IPD. I know the binocular overlap has, la da 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 da. I know all of that stuff, but I also remembered Jeremy and Norm when they're talking about the resolution, and I'm telling you, man, resolution is a game changer, baby. I want to see that resolution. I want an HP Reverb. I went to the website. It's still sold out right now. If it was available, if I could have ordered an HP Reverb, I would have did it right on the spot. And you know what? I would have said, you know what? I'm not going to get a Rift S right now. I'm going to wait. I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to take I'm going to throw a dart into the blue mist or what. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm going to take a shot in the dark is what I'm trying to say. A shot in the dark with the HP Reverb, baby. And you know what I was thinking too about Reverb? Is like Subnautica, Alien Isolation, Doom 3 BFG. What do all of those games have in common? All of those games you use like a wired Xbox controller, but you stand up and you play in VR and you're immersed. In Alien Isolation, you're immersed like a mofo. Okay, no, wait, Doom 3 BFG has actual motion controls. What am I talking about? But I don't know. I still want to play the Reverb, but that's a completely other topic. Let's get off of that. We can't talk about Reverb. It is Oculus Quest Day, ladies and gentlebots. It is Oculus Quest Day. It is a beautiful thing. Now, let's talk about one of the most impressive things that I saw today on my Oculus Quest. And that, of course, is Vader Immortal. Now, I will not spoil this. I'm not going to spoil Vader Immortal. I played through the entire thing. Yay! I finished something. Oh my God, I finished something. Okay, I know this is a major cheat. Like, we're talking about 45 minutes or maybe 50 minutes, maybe 53 minutes. Definitely not an hour. It was not an hour. I'm almost positive it wasn't an hour. But I was in this Star Wars experience, and for the most part, man, this was very, very impressive. It was very, very impressive. And really enjoyed myself throughout most of this experience. Now, from a graphical standpoint, you know, one of the things we got to consider here from a graphical standpoint is how watered down is everything. And it is a question. It is a major question. It's the number one question, in fact. And I've got to talk about Robo Recall. And I've got to talk about Space Pirate Trainer. And I've got to talk about Journey of the Gods. And I've got to talk about Sport Scramble. These are the things that I tried. And Vader Immortal. And I got to talk about the watered down factor. Graphically, Vader Immortal is kind of all over the map graphically. There's certain instances like this one where Vader comes right up in your face and he's standing right in front of you. And he's absolutely huge. Like, it could be LeBron James. It's basically LeBron James is wearing a Darth Vader costume, and he's that big and that large, and he's standing in front of you imposingly, right up in front of you, walks over to you very naturally. It's all very 3D. You got that guy in the background that's standing there. Every little trick in the book, though, every little trick in the book is used in Vader Immortal. And one of the primary tricks that they use is a lot of the interiors are very dark. A lot of the interiors are very dark. And this is an OLED. This does have the blacks. You know, the Oculus Quest is OLED with blacks. And so they have a lot of dark stuff in the background. And then they know that if they just litter it with enough little bright lights and red and white buttons and things in the right spots, if you don't pay too close attention, it all comes off pretty well. Now, when you stop and you actually look at the detail, when you're inside not the Millennium Falcon, but you get inside a spaceship at one point, and you're looking at the details, and it kind of does look a little bit like a Millennium Falcon. You know, it has all the little classic Star Wars buttons and things that you see everywhere, switches, like a 1977 kind of a Star Wars interior kind of a thing, right? But the texture is just, a a texture, it's just a texture and it's kind of fuzzy. And so if you look close at all the seams, it kind of falls apart. But then there's other parts where you're like, holy shit, I'm in Star Wars. I'm in Star Wars. And one thing I also have to say is, so I went through this entire experience from beginning to end. I recommend it. It's $10. It's $10. Now, is it worth the $10? So I'm going to go on a number of little tangents about this, so I kind of will bounce around. So sorry about that, but I want to talk about the $10 factor first. Is this worth $10? It's not worth $10 from the standpoint where I paid $10 for it, I went through it, and I was like, oh, yeah, that is absolutely worth $10. It's so incredible. Oh my God, I can't wait to do it again. It's not that good. But it's solid. It's very solid. And I know I'm going to run through this at least 3 times. Like, I'm definitely going to run through that 3 times. I want to do it again because the first time I did it, I didn't have free locomotion activated for like half of the entire experience. Then I finally went into the menu and turned on free locomotion. And then when I had free locomotion activated, I was like, oh, this is a whole new world. Now I can move around naturally because I was like teleporting and all of that. And so then I'm moving around naturally. And I don't want to spoil anything, but what I will say, at one point you get a lightsaber. I mean, everyone knows you're going to get a lightsaber. That's not a spoiler. We know that you get a lightsaber at one point, okay? So the only thing I'll say about the lightsaber is, and this is not in an actual lightsaber battle, but when you're walking from like one location to another and you happen to have your lightsaber with you and you're walking with free locomotion, and you grab your lightsaber and you turn your lightsaber on, the noise is perfect. The noise is absolutely perfect. Oh my God, they nailed it. They absolutely nailed it. Turning on and turning off your lightsaber is damn near perfect. It is damn near perfect. From an audio standpoint, it basically is perfect, period, dot. From the audio standpoint, it is perfect. From a graphical standpoint, it's pretty damn solid. It looks pretty damn good. Is it going to look better on the Rift? Sure. Is it going to look better somebody playing Revive and they're on their Valve Index? Of course. Obviously, it's going to look a lot better, but it looked pretty goddamn good on the Oculus Quest. And it sounded so good. I was just having fun, honestly, just going places free locomotion style, turning on my lights, like holding my hands up high and going zzz, and then turning it off and kind of holding, moving it around and looking at it and just going, shit, look at this, man. We've got Star Wars. Like, honestly, for my kids and stuff, like the intro to this whole thing, when it first starts out, some people might get into this at the very beginning and they might be like, this isn't that good. They might want to take it off. I kind of want to put my kids into this when I already got this lightsaber and I'm just walking down a hallway and I have free locomotion capability, and I want to just tell them, look, walk around physically, because I could make a pretty big area here. Walk around physically and just turn your lightsaber on and just turn your lightsaber off and just look at your lightsaber and move it around, because that was easily the most powerful part of this whole Vader Immortal thing. Now, in one of the most negative things I can say about Vader Immortal, and again, I don't want to spoil things and I'm trying to like dance around stuff, but one of the most negative things I can say about it is, like, as you're going through this Vader Immortal experience, and it is absolutely a must, if you get a Quest, you pretty much got to pay the $10 Quest tax and check out Vader Immortal. I mean, you got to do it. Come on. You're not going to get this any cheaper. Like, face it, you're going to have to pay $10 for this, so just go ahead and bite the bullet, right? But what you're going to notice when you go through Vader Immortal is you're going to notice the highest highs of the Oculus Quest. You're also going to see some of the lowest lows. And what I mean by that is there were certain occasions where I was inside an indoor facility, but it has all these windows, right? You know, I'm like in a Death Star practically, or like I'm on a Star Destroyer probably like that, and I'm in like this indoor area, and I'm in this thing, and it has all these windows, and then down there you see little stormtroopers walking around, you see the ships like landing and stuff, and you see the little tiny stormtroopers. And so when you're in that kind of perspective and you're in this Star Wars world, it's nice that everything is 3D, everything looks good, and you're like, oh, I'm in this room. It's got windows, I'm looking out there, there's little Star Wars guys, little stormtroopers walking around, this all looks cool. But if you take a little bit of time and you look at those stormtroopers look like they jumped out of an Atari 2600, okay, or maybe a Nintendo Entertainment System. Okay, maybe Nintendo Entertainment System. I'm telling you, like, if you look into the backgrounds, if you look at the details, you're going to see the seams. So graphic whores. If you're a graphics whore, you're going to find fault with all of this stuff. Let me tell you, if you are a graphics whore, like if you're a PC VR snob, you'll have plenty to talk shit about. Like I could have like gone into, okay, let me go into devil's advocate mode, and I'm just going to come up here and just talk shit about everything Quest. I could actually do that because it's all there if you look for it. Of course, when you start to enjoy the experience, you get lost in it, and all of that, you don't notice that that's a little Atari 2600 stormtrooper that's running around in the background over there, because you're inside this other building and you got somebody talking to you. So if you didn't just deliberately break the game and go over to that window and look down there and be like, oh my God, look at those Atari 2600 stormtroopers, you would have never saw that. But Vader Immortal, I like it. Very good. I need to go through the whole entire thing again. Absolutely need to go through the whole entire thing again. I think they did a pretty freaking amazing job, all things considered. Voice acting. One other downside, every single person you talk to, their mouth is hidden. They're wearing some type of thing over their mouth. Even the droids. Like every person you talk to, their mouth is hidden so you don't have to see any lip sync. Another little Debbie Downer that I happen to notice. Okay, so that was Vader Immortal, one of the very first things I saw. Okay, another thing that I saw early on, and let me see. So who was it? Okay, let me find the trailer I want. Okay, so this is the Sport Scramble launch trailer. Let's check this out a little bit.
This is Sport Scramble, where your most favorite sports get scrambled like never before in glorious VR. Play tennis with a golf club, bowl a strike with a basketball, smash a home run with a hockey stick. Take on solo challenge, training, and quick play modes, or compete in online real-time multiplayer. So get ready to scramble it up in Sports Scramble! Available now on the Oculus Quest. Welcome, sports fans!
Okay, so that is the new trailer for Sports Scramble, developer Armature. As you can see here, it does have baseball, it does have bowling, and it does have tennis. Now, I don't know if the baseball and the bowling are there right now because I heard that they were coming later. Somebody's probably confirmed this, so maybe somebody in chat might be able to tell us about whether or not there is bowling and is there baseball. But I played the demo. I played the demo for Sports Scramble, and somebody... I don't want to put words in anybody else's mouth, so I don't remember exactly who I heard this from, but somebody said, Sports Scramble is terrible, it's awful, it sucks. And I was like, what? Sports Scramble sucks? Because I played this at GDC, and I liked it. Like, I mean, it wasn't, it's not freaking Wimbledon. I mean, you're not playing a realistic tennis game. It's super arcadey, it's corny, it's whimsical. Your racket changes into all kinds of things. The balls change into all kinds of things. There's no locomotion. The balls just come back to you. But I had a lot of fun. I actually had a lot of fun with Sports Scramble at GDC. In fact, I played Sports Scramble more than anything else on the Oculus Quest. I had some extra time with it. I was in like a private room upstairs in GDC with like this big ass room. No one was in there. 2 Oculus helpers were in there, and I was playing Sports Scramble for like 25 minutes, and I had full volume of sound, and I was able to enjoy it, and I really liked it. And somebody was like, Sports Scramble okay, it was Steve Bishop. Okay, so it was Steve Bishop. I didn't want to blow somebody up. So Steve Bishop was like, it sucks. And so I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I got to go back into the Sports Scramble and see if it sucks. I went into the demo. I like it. I like Sports Scramble. Like, I still liked it. After playing the demo, I still liked it. Is it goofy and corny? Sure. Is this game worth $30? No. I mean, I don't think so. I don't think this is worth $30. But is it worth $20? Hell yes. And if this was $20, I would want to buy it right away. I like it. I had that fish, and see, the thing is, your racket changes into all these different things. Like, it'll change into a baseball bat, it'll change into a ping pong paddle, it'll change into a pro tennis racket at a certain point. It turns into like a cricket bat. It turns into all these different things. It turns into a fish. And the fish was really cool because I was flapping the fish around and I was looking at the fish, and the colors and everything were so vivid. It looked absolutely gorgeous. And then what will happen is the balls change into different balls. And so when the ball changes into the fish ball, which is like a fish that's in like a bowl of water and it's coming at you, and when you have the fish, it's a match. It's kind of like if you have the ping pong paddle and it's a ping pong ball coming at you, or you have a baseball and a baseball's coming at you. It's a match. And so if you get a match, then bam, you hit it super hard, and you're just, you're doing forehands and you're doing backhands, and it's all about timing. And basically all you have to do is make the decision between, okay, do I need to step up a little bit and get this on the fly? Should I wait for it to bounce and then kind of turn on it like that or whatever? See, I used to play tennis in real life. Not that this is like a close approximation of tennis, but I like this demo. I thought it was fun. I'm not going to rant and rave about it. Again, I don't think this is worth $30. Did anybody find out if this has baseball or golf? I'm trying to look and see if anybody said anything about baseball or golf. I thought Sports Scramble was decent. Did anyone buy it in here? That's Jim Hall. Anthony's lying. He spent all afternoon watching VR porn. Let's see. No, I have not tried any VR porn on this yet. It is porn free. It has never been taken to the dirty place. So I'm not sure. I haven't been checking chat too often. Steve Bishop says, this should be free with Quest, no question. Not worth 30 or 20 or 15. Okay, Steve's being way too harsh. Steve is being way too harsh. I really believe you're being way too harsh, Steve. I mean, you got to understand, this is a whimsical kind of a thing. And also, like, I was just playing against a CPU, but you're going to be able to play against real people. Like, you're going to be able to play online with other people, and you're going to be able to talk to them, I believe, right? And that's going to, it's going to get so much better when you do that. I had fun. I thought it was cool. I do believe it should be $20. Okay, so I've talked about Vader Immortal. I've talked about Sports Scramble. Okay, let's go to the dark side, folks. Let's talk about the most disappointing demo of the bunch that I experienced today. And let's take a look. Let's take a minute let's take a quick look at this gameplay for a second here.
Ow, ow, ow. Not good. Is this the end of me? Low power.
You should keep moving, Agent 34.
Not I get robot heaven. I see it. Service with a smile. Big low screen.
Okay, so this is Robo Recall Unplugged. And luckily, on all my Oculus accounts, basically, I did have Robo Recall. Yeah, we're going to go to the dark side. Deli the Wolf. We're going to the dark side. Deli Wolf and Sparger. What I mean is, I'm going to get into some negativity right about now, and Robo Recall is probably the worst experience I had today. Not that it's bad, and I'm sure it's still good, and I'm sure. Another thing, wait, time out. absolute timeout. I need to time out this whole thing. And I need to say that all of my opinions are going to be, it's a roller coaster ride. My opinions are going to go up. My opinions are going to go down. I might be hypercritical about something today, and a week from today I might be like, oh no, it's actually really good. It's awesome. It's way better than I ever thought. My opinions are going to be all over the map. And so I want to say I reserve the right to change my opinion on a very frequent basis. So I just want to, and also these were all first impressions, barely sampling things. So anything that I'm saying, take everything with a major grain of salt. First impressions. I finished Vader, so I can speak on Vader, but even Vader, opinions are going to go up and down over a couple of weeks and over a couple of months. Like, I don't think I'm going to know exactly what the Quest is just in a week. I think you got to have these things for a while. Okay, so now back on to the subject at hand, Robo Recall. Okay, so there's certain parts of Robo Recall that look incredible. When you're in the elevator and when you get into like your office room and you're kind of looking around and you're in the office area, like when you're in these indoor areas, I'm looking around at everything. When I was in the elevator and the elevator first opened up, I was like, oh my God, this looks incredible. Drifter Entertainment, they absolutely killed it. It looks amazing. Look at this elevator. Look at this interior room. They squeezed about 87% of what Robo Recall was in these indoor areas. When you get into the actual game, I gotta say that I was majorly disappointed with the actual game, the actual playability of the game. The easiest way for me to explain this with Robo Recall, excuse me. Okay, so I'm trying to think, what's the easiest way for me to explain this? The easiest way for me to explain this is if the PC VR version, if the high-end PC VR version of this had a major cold, like a really bad cold. That's what this is. This does not live up to Robo Recall. This is not the Robo Recall that me and you guys know. It's not. And trying to pinpoint exactly what the problem is, okay, a lot of it is like the polygons, the number of characters, like the scenes. Like, look at this scene right here with these little spider bots that are jumping around. There's nowhere near as many of them as you would normally have in this area. There's nowhere near as many enemies. The guns don't feel like they have a real heft to them. When you're shooting things, there's just a lot of things, man. There's a lot of things about this. Honestly, this is very disappointing to me. And maybe my expectations were way out of whack. Maybe my expectations were ridiculously overblown. And I think part of it is I saw this video where somebody had a video where they showed that office area, and that does look good. And they showed the elevator and everything, and I was looking around at that, and I was like, oh my God, they really did a fantastic job with Robo Recall. It's damn near the same game. But then when I got out onto the actual streets, I feel like it's a shadow of its former self. This is not the Robo Recall. Like, somebody can play through this entire game, and then when they play it on Rift, like a real PC VR setup, they're going to be like, holy shit, this is like a totally different game. Like, this is like, it's almost like you went to Baskin and Robbins and you had a hot fudge sundae. You have a hot fudge sundae. You've got a cherry. You've got sprinkles on it. You got the best quality ice cream. You have that. And then over here, you have a cup and you have a scoop of some Dreyer's ice cream from the grocery store, not Basket. That's the difference. It's like, this is the original Robo Recall. Okay, here's Robo Recall Unplugged. Kind of similar if you're not really paying close attention, and if you totally ignore the taste and everything, kind of similar. And I hate to be harsh like this, dude, because I love Drifter Entertainment. I liked Gunheart, and I still think they've done an incredible job of just achieving what they've actually achieved here. Like, it's incredible that they even have achieved this. I mean, you're playing Robo Recall. You can grab those robots. You can smack them together. You can pull their heads off. You can grab their legs and pull them off. You can grab the freaking bullets and you could throw it at them. You could do all the funny Robo Recall stuff, but it is an imitate. Like, so one of the things I talk about is like when Red Matter came to PlayStation VR. When Red Matter came to PlayStation VR, especially on PlayStation 4 Pro, I feel like Vertical Robot, the developer of Red Matter, I feel like, they were in Sport Scramble and the pitch just came down and they just yanked that shit and they took it out of the park. Vertical Robot absolutely killed it. Absolutely killed it with Red Matter in the port to PlayStation VR. I would say probably 87% of the Red Matter experience made its way to PlayStation VR if you have a PlayStation 4 Pro. I really truly believe that. Okay, now this game, Robo Recall Unplugged, I would say 62% of the experience. 62. That would be what I would say right now at this early stage. So it's watered down, bro. I mean, you can juggle, guys, and you can kind of almost get the Robo Recall feel, kind of, but at the same time, it is a pale imitation. I don't know. I'm just got to be honest. I got to be honest. I got to call it like I see it. Okay, let's see. So I've played Vader Immortal. Very, very impressed. Played Sport Scramble. Still like it. Would love to play it if it was $20. Don't currently own it. Played Robo Recall Unplugged. Disappointed, but I guarantee you I'm going to play through the entire thing. When I'm on vacation somewhere, in a hotel room somewhere, I'll play through this whole thing. So it's not that terrible. I mean, I will play through it, but disappointed, yes. Okay, so why don't we now go to something that I think is freaking incredible. The best experience that I've had so far on the Oculus Quest, bar none. Okay, and here it is, folks. Here it is. Let's listen for a second. So on the left-hand side is Space Pirate Trainer on like HTC Vive or Oculus Rift. On the other side is Space Pirate Trainer on the Oculus Quest. Let's listen to it for just a second. Okay, so here we are, folks. Space Pirate Trainer. Who would have thought that Space Pirate Trainer would be my favorite Oculus Quest game so far? It is by far my favorite Oculus Quest game up to this point in time. And I would say the reason why it's my favorite Oculus Quest game is because when I'm in there and I've got my two guns and I'm holding my guns out and I'm bam, and I'm, shooting sideways ghetto style and this way and all these other ways, right? When I have my guns and I'm shooting these drones and I'm hearing that kicking soundtrack, which a great job on the soundtrack, the audio, a great job. Oh my God, you want to talk about that 86%? Remember that 86% I was just talking about with Vertical Robot? Translating Red Matter to PlayStation VR, I figure they got about 86% of that experience onto a PlayStation 4 Pro with PSVR. Space Pirate Trainer, iLlusions, the developer of this game, if I'm pronouncing that right, it's like I-Illusions, killed it. Absolutely killed it. This feels like Space Pirate Trainer. It feels like it. The guns feel like it. Your bullets coming out of the guns feel like it. The rumble feels like it. But maybe even most importantly is when your bullets are hitting the enemies, that's where you feel the goodness of this port. It is a good job. Because I'm telling you, there's other Quest games I played, namely Robo Recall, where like I'm shooting the enemies and I don't know, it's like the hit detection, it's like the bullets, and it's like things are like disappearing and reappearing, and there's like stutter and there's like some flickering and thing like the engine. This engine is pretty butter smooth, man. Space Pirate Trainer, great job. Fantastic job. And this is $15. I truly believe Space Pirate Trainer, one of the absolute best Oculus Quest games right here and now, and easily one of the best values at $15. Because, like, Gaming Science Teacher, I do need water. I do need water. Gaming Science Teacher, this is why I have this giant jug. This jug really pays dividends. Okay, let me get some water. And let's turn up the trailer for a second while I sip some water. Okay, so Gaming Science Teacher has never owned an HTC Vive. She's never owned an Oculus Rift. She's never owned a PlayStation VR. And so she's never played Space Pirate Trainer. And she doesn't know what Space Pirate Trainer plays like. And I truly believe that Gaming Science Teacher could get this game and play it on her Quest, and she will basically experience the full experience of Space Pirate Trainer. I believe 86% of the experience is coming through on this. Very, very impressed with that. So that was the most impressive one of the handful of titles that I've played today. And I've only barely scratched the surface. There's so many big games. Face Your Fears 2, haven't played it. Super Hot, haven't played it. Beat Saber, haven't played it. Drop Dead Dual Strike Edition, haven't played it. There are tons of Quest games that I have not played. A ton of them. And so, my opinions, like I said, it's going to be a roller coaster ride. It's going to go up and it's going to go down. Okay, so I got one more game to cover. This is the last big game that I did spend some time with today. I probably played this for about 40 minutes. And okay, so the last one I talk about, Journey of the Gods, Turtle Rock Studios. This is a big game for the Oculus Quest. It's $30. It's a big action adventure. Nate Mitchell has talked about this. Like, this is very similar. This game is very similar to like Zelda and stuff like that. Kind of has this Zelda vibe, etc., etc. So I went into Journey of the Gods. And I spent about 45 minutes in this game, and I kind of walked around this game. And so basically, what am I going to say about this game? Well, graphically, it is not a stunner. This is a simplistic game. In fact, I'm going to say, here's a little bit of the negativity, The graphics in this almost look like they could run on the Oculus Go. They look that watered down to me. The graphics look that watered down that I could think that this could almost run on the Oculus Go. And what I'm talking about is when you're just walking around and you got a big field of grass and there's like some trees over here and there's a bush over there and there's a little thing there and there's like one enemy over there. There's just not a lot going on in the environment in this game. Not an impressive graphical tour de force by any stretch of the imagination. But, no one was thinking this was going to be a graphical tour de force. I mean, we've seen the trailer for this. It's not a graphical tour de force. Just looking at the trailer, you can see it's very simplistic. But I just want to say, when you're in the headset, you're walking around like this, there's going to be a lot of people that'll play this and be like, oh man, I didn't know I was going to have to deal with GameCube graphics. So some people are going to be disappointed with some of this stuff. Now, gameplay-wise, pretty good. You get to switch between a sword and a crossbow, and you're exploring these areas. I'm still very, very early. It does have a story, but the characters, there's no voice work. There's characters going... They're basically speaking in some weird language. They don't have legitimate voice work. But having it sounds like I'm 100% negative about this, right? But the one thing I'll say about this is, of all the games I played today, this one felt like this game is a game that you're going to be playing for hours. You know, you're going to spend hours in this game, and you're going to go through this game, and you're going to have a game save. Oh, also, I noticed there quite a few games had multiple game saves. So it's not an Oculus mandated thing that games only have a single game save. That was like my worst fear. And I was really hoping that my worst fear wouldn't be realized. Luckily, it was not realized because a lot of games actually do have multiple game saves. So that is wonderful. You can actually share your quest with another person. I'm sure there's some games that don't, but I believe this game actually, I think, did have multiple save files. What else had multiple save files? There was another game I played that had multiple. I know another one of them did. But anyways, okay, so basically, Journey of the Gods, not super impressive. The most impressive thing, like I said, was Space Pirate Trainer, without question. This game is not terrible, though, and this is a game I'm going to go back to, but I don't feel like spending $30 on this. I don't necessarily feel this was the best usage of maybe $30. I don't know. So, you know, we're a little bit mixed, I guess, in some of this Quest stuff, is what I got to say. And then I've got a lot more negative things to actually say. Let's see here. Hold on one second. So I got a lot of more negative things to say about the Oculus Quest in general. These were things that I didn't think I was going to be having. I didn't think I was going to be this negative. Like, as negative as I might be about this whole Oculus Quest thing, again, I absolutely understand that this is such a key product. It is such a key product for the VR gaming industry. I'm going to use the living crap. I'm going to play this thing so much. I'm going to use this thing so much. But I got a lot of negative things to say about this. I really do. I can't mince words, you know. I got to be honest about it. And so I had a number of problems with this thing today that I was not expecting in the least. Because when I tried this at GDC, I thought it was comfortable. I thought it felt very comfortable. I know a lot of people talk about the weight. It's like 580 grams, I believe, around 580 grams. It's pretty heavy on your face. You know, this thing is weighing on your face. You don't got a counterweight back here. And so it's really, one thing I kind of hope is that maybe there could be some aftermarket head kind of straps that put some weight back here and kind of counterbalance this a little bit. Maybe somebody will figure something out with that where you could pay like 50, 60, 70 bucks to get a really good head strap that works perfect with the base Quest that's inside here. You know, you detach these things off of there. You probably could do that, I would have to imagine. But the comfort, not good, man. The comfort was not good with me for this thing. Now, again, do you remember what I said at the very beginning? I feel like this went inside a little shrinking machine, and like whatever the production versions were at GDC, I feel like the final version is like 20% smaller. Now, maybe that's just like a placebo or something, or maybe I'm just dreaming or tweaking out or something. But man, I feel like this is a smaller thing than what I held in my hand at GDC and what was on my head at GDC. I feel like it's smaller, and maybe that's part of why I felt like it just was not comfortable. I could not get comfortable with this thing. Now, I could use it, and if I'm using it in like a 15 or 20 minute burst, I'm probably not going to have a problem at all. But when I was playing like Journey of the Gods and I'm staying in there for 45 minutes, definitely, man, there's some comfort issues to be thought of with this headset right here. At least what I experienced. Okay, another major problem, and I tweeted out about this, is, okay, when you wear this and you have this completely on your head, I was trying to use these headphones. These are my babies. These are my Sennheisers. They're good headphones. I get great sound with these puppies. And so these are the puppies I wanted to use with this thing. I use these when I had my HTC Vive. Like if I'm using any headset where I got to use my own headphones, I would use these Sennheisers. They're like HD 581s. They're not like super high end. They're actually some of the more cheaper Sennheisers that are out there, but they're still solid. They're still high quality, right? Okay, and so I was trying to use it with this thing, but here's the problem. Okay, so some part of this part of this headset was rubbing on this, and it was the most annoying thing you could possibly imagine. Oh my God. I was in here. What was I playing at first where I noticed it? It was Robo Recall. I was having such a hard time to even enjoy Robo Recall because constantly during the whole entire time, and I had the volume cranked. On Robo Recall, and the whole time I was doing it, squeaky, squeaky, squeak, 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 squeak. Just squeaky noises after squeaky noises after squeaky noises. It drove me crazy. Then what I had to do is I basically had to take these headphones and I had to like really pull them down, and I had to kind of like pull them down like this. You know, so I had to like wear it like this. And then that way this part was right there, and so it wasn't scraping. So I had to go like, I had to wear them like this, which that isn't the way these are supposed to be worn. So I had some serious issues, some serious trouble with these headphones. These headphones are not a good match. Now, that's a minor issue because I'm sure there's plenty of headphones out there that would be perfectly compatible with these. And I'm sure people are going to make some custom design headphones that are going to work really good with this. But it's something I noticed. I noticed it right away, and I was like, wow, squeak factor is off the chain link fence here. And the comfort, man, I don't know. Comfort didn't seem to work with me very well. But, the part of the reality that we have here is, look, all of our heads are different. Our eye sockets are different. Our brows are different. Our cheekbones are different. How wide, how narrow, our foreheads. We all have different dimensions. If you were to, especially in San Francisco, oh my God, you see every variant of humanity. When I was at GDC, I saw so many different human beings. So many different human beings that were shaped in all sizes, all colors, all heights, all weights, everything you could imagine. Every flavor of the rainbow, man, was in San Francisco, let me tell you. And when I was there, I was actually thinking about this, and I was thinking, God, look at everybody's head. There's people walking around that have little freaking pencil heads, people with big, gigantic freaking craters, and every little size in between, and every weird formation of their head you could possibly imagine, just all kinds of weird shit. And you're going to try to come out with a headset that's going to work for everybody. And this is not a one-size-fits-all situation. There is no headset that's going to fit everybody. We eventually, once this finally takes off and we're able to make enough millions of these, we got to start to get into the era of small, medium, and large. We really got to get into this era. Small, medium, and large. And each one are going to have their own IPD ranges. So you make a headset for 30%, the 30% of the small heads out there. You make a headset for the 40% in the middle, the standard middle. You make a headset for the giant domed of us. We need to move to multiple sizes because it's not one size fits all. And see, this Quest headset is such an important headset. This is such an important product. And I'm going to be dealing with this headset for the next 3 years. We're not going to get a Quest 2 for another 3 years. So what are we in? 2019. So we're talking spring of 2022 is when we're going to get the Quest 2. This headset's going to hold us over for 3 years. This is probably going to be the dominating standalone headset in the market for the next 3 years. We're going to have to live with this. We're going to have to learn to love this, even when some of the stuff rubs us the wrong way or whatever. I mean, I'm mostly positive. Look, it's a great product. I still love it. When I was in the Pass-Through Plus, that was amazing. When I was in different parts of Vader Immortal, it was amazing. Holding the lightsaber and just turning it on and turning it off, the sound was just flawless. Space Pirate Trainer felt so good. You know, a sports Scramble was fun and whimsical and vibrant and colorful. That OLED, you get good dark colors. You get the good darks. You get vibrant colors that pop. Screen door was not very bad at all. God rays were pretty decent. You know, the lenses are pretty good. So a lot of good stuff. You know, there's a lot of good stuff here. But I'm just not going to come up here and say everything is freaking roses and everything is rainbows and unicorns, because it's not. But I've got a lot more stuff to try. This is a roller coaster ride. I'm going to go up and down. And so, you know, it's a mixed bag. I was surprised, though. I was really surprised, crazy surprised, that I would have this many complaints on this first day. Like, I thought I would just be pretty much ranting and raving about this product, like ad nauseum, just nothing but positivity. And, you know, the graphical question is a question. Now, I still think some of there's going to be some graphical things that are done on, like, this was a cool experience. I did this experience at the very start, and it was very impressive. When you're dancing with this little robot, I danced with this little robot. That was very impressive. I haven't done first contact yet. But there's definitely going to be a lot of little things that are going to be done really, really well. And they're going to be dialed in really, really well. And you're going to have certain developers that are going to really make this baby sing. And those experiences, like if somebody were to get a Quest and somehow they were only only exposed to these really solid, tight experiences like Space Pirate Trainer and like this experience here and First Contact and Vader Immortal, like if they were only exposed to like the really dialed in and really, really polished software, you can walk away and think, oh my God, this Quest is incredible. But you play some of the stuff that's kind of rough around the edges, and it kind of changes your whole overall opinion of the whole thing in a certain way. So, you know, I apologize if I'm a little bit all over the map, but that's what my early initial experiences have been with the Oculus Quest. This is a fun day. This is a great day. And so it's still a positive, wonderful day. And overall, very impressed. Vader Immortal, great. Space Pirate Trainer, great. Sports Scramble, great. Journey of the Gods, graphics kind of whack, but I'm going to play through that whole thing. Robo Recall, that ain't the Robo Recall that I know. That is not the Robo Recall that I know. Apologies to Drifter Entertainment. Apologies. And I got a lot more to play. And there's a lot of free things. Like I haven't done BOGO yet. A lot of free things. I haven't even played Beat Saber. Like I haven't tried Beat Saber, and I have the full version of Beat Saber and the demo, and I haven't tried any of that. So much stuff I haven't tried. So we'll see. I will continue to report on all this stuff. Okay, so now that I've just been yapping my ass off for the last, I don't know how long, let's see, what else can we get into? I've got all these different trailers, man, for some other stuff. Okay, there's something called Phantom Covert Ops. I've heard that this is kind of like Metal Gear Solid, I believe. I have not seen this trailer. I don't know anything about this. I mean, I've heard about it, and I've heard it's similar to Metal Gear Solid, but that's the only thing I've heard about it. Why don't we go ahead and check this out? I'll full screen it, and we'll check it out, and we'll come back and talk about this. I believe this is coming to the Quest. In fact, this might even be a Quest trailer. Like, this version might be running on the Quest. Okay, let's go ahead and wait. First, I need to pump up the... let me pump up the volume on this trailer first. All right, so this is Phantom Covert Ops, and this is Oculus Quest gameplay. So the footage that you're seeing is actual Oculus Quest footage in Dreams. Might be the developer. I don't know if they're the actual, might be the publisher. I don't know that they're the actual developer, because I know in Dreams, a lot of times they're the publisher. Phantom Covert Ops, it's coming to Rift, it's coming to Quest, coming in 2019. Looks okay, but honestly, we don't got a hell of a lot to go off of here. It's a very short trailer. It doesn't show us a whole hell of a lot. But that's going to be interesting. It's certainly going to be very interesting to see how games start leaking out, you know, as we go through and games start to leak out. You know, we have this huge burst of software that is available, and then slowly but surely more games are going to leak out. Oh, you know, one thing we could take a look at, one thing that we have never looked at this on this show is we haven't looked at the fact that we've got Quest on the store. We've got the Quest store finally. Oh my God! Thank God so much. We finally have the Quest store. Thank God so much. What the heck is that? Okay, so let's go to the webinar. Let's go to the webinar. So this is the webinar browser, of course, and we are in the Oculus store, and Quest has been added. This is the Quest section of the Oculus store. As you can see, Robo Recall Unplugged. We got a little bit of a name change there. Moss, Fruit Ninja, Super Hot, Apollo 11, they are all up in here. Top selling, most popular new releases, well, they're all new releases. We do have coming soon. Wait, is this see all for coming soon or for Oculus Originals? But coming soon, we have Raccoon Lagoon. I haven't checked this out. There's probably a trailer for this that I haven't grabbed. Swords of Gargantua. I'm kind of surprised that this is a highlighted game that is coming soon to Quest. I didn't know that. I'm not too surprised that it's coming to Quest, but I'm kind of surprised it's one of the highlighted games they're talking about here. Fuji, of course, we saw the trailer for this a little while back. That's looking pretty cool. That is coming in the future. And then, of course, you can go down here and you can go all the way to the bottom, and you could just look at See All, and it'll just kind of give you all the stuff that's out there. Netflix is there, YouTube VR, everything. A lot of stuff is available today. And so, you know, it's pretty good. A pretty good lineup. I mean, they've got a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there. There's plenty of stuff to keep people busy. So that is good news. Let's see. What is the top selling? Let's see if they already have Vader Immortal, Beat Saber, Super Hot, Robo Recall, Dead and Buried, Tilt Brush, actually, yeah. It'd be cool if they had a short little demo of Tilt Brush. I don't think they have that. Job Simulator, Journey of the Gods, Apex, Wander. Wander's up there pretty high. I'm assuming that this is the order that it's going, but don't know exactly. But that is the top selling, most popular. I guess this would be like the ratings that have come in. So anyway, that is some stuff that is going on over here. But you know what has absolutely been buried today? Absolutely buried. Let's go over to the Oculus Rift here. Okay, let's go over to the Oculus Rift. Okay, so Bonfire, by the way, is available today. See, there's a lot of companies that didn't know that this is Oculus Day 2019. This is Oculus Day 2019. This is the arrival of the Oculus Quest and the Oculus Rift S. And everybody's hyped about that. And honestly, if you're a company that has something like Bonfire, you probably could have picked a better Tuesday. Imagine if this Bonfire thing came out last Tuesday. This thing has been buried. Like, has anybody tried this or played this? I doubt it. It's $10. Bad day, bro. Bad day. Okay, not the day to be releasing things. Now, here's something that's surprising, though. Let's look at new releases. Okay, so here we are, new releases. So Bonfire, this is Oculus Rift. This is the Rift S, guys. This is not Quest. So Bonfire is available today. Shadowpoint is available today on the Oculus Rift. Now, I believe Alex from Virtual Strangers. I believe he's been playing this a little bit on his Oculus Rift, and he mentioned that this is not a graphical stunner on the Rift, so he was basically trying to say that he doesn't think the graphics are like ridiculously better on Rift. So if you have this on your Quest, maybe you play it on your Quest. I have a dilemma. Because I have this and I could play it in a Rift or I could play it in a Quest. And I was planning on playing it in a Quest. I wanted it to be another Quest game. This is a mistake in my opinion. Shadowpoint didn't need to come out today for the Oculus Rift. I personally think this is a mistake. Look, I know people are going to think I'm crazy. They're going to be like, why would you want to take options away from people? Well, I'm just talking about a marketing strategy, okay? And I think, again, marketing, I just think this would have made more sense like maybe 3 weeks from now when nothing was happening on a week. And then boom, and then also it gives the chance for those of us that have a Quest and we have a Rift too, but we want to be excited about our Quest and you give it to us on both. I don't know. It's weird to me. Okay, so Dead and Buried 2, that makes perfect sense. I have no problem with this being available today on Rift. In fact, Nostradamus Jr., Nostradamus Jr. in the building, confirmed. Absolutely confirmed. I called this. Of course, not a stretch. I mean, most people could have called this, but I freaking staked my life on it, and it came through beautiful. Dead and Buried 2. I mean, it's basically Quake. It's pretty much Quake Arena, brah. And you can play people that have a Quest. I don't think there's much of any other content. I think this is basically just a shooter fest, kind of an Action Jackson, wham bam, thank you ma'am, arena shooter. I don't know that it has any kind of single player content. Dance Central, it is also available on both. This doesn't bother me. That it's on both because a dancing game like on the Quest, you have no chords and stuff. I think I'd rather play this on the Quest. And if people want to play it on the Rift, that's fine. I just think like stuff like Shadowpoint, like let it live on the Quest for a month. Am I crazy? I know people are going to say I'm crazy, but I'm not thinking about like being customer friendly. I'm thinking of marketing strategies, like maximizing like the uniqueness of a few pieces of software that the Quest did have. So I don't really get Shadowpoint, but that's my own personal opinion. But yeah, all of these things are buried like a mofo. Is anybody talking about any of this? Hell to the no. Hell no, no one's talking about it. Okay, let's go to the Oculus Quest subreddit. Let me go ahead and refresh this. This has been Chaos Central, the Oculus Rift subreddit, the Oculus Quest subreddit, chaos all day and every day. Yeah, so King Hell says, why should any game bother you on both? King Hell, it bothers me from a marketing standpoint. It's a marketing blunder. It's a marketing blunder, in my opinion. Because let's talk about, I could go into a whole long discussion about, does the Quest have an effing identity? Every game it has is from some other place. What game does it have to call its own? Oh, apologies. I still have the Short Power 24 stuff in my little folder that pops up on here. She is not live. I forgot to delete that out of there. My bad. But yeah, so we're checking out the Oculus Rift subreddit, which is Chaos Central. You know what? The other thing I was kind of surprised with today. So I don't have a Rift S. Like, I'm one of the few people on planet Earth, one of these, hardcore nutcases that's into VR that does not have a Rift S. I do not have a Rift S. The horror. But one thing I did notice looking at the Oculus Rift subreddit, man, there are a lot of people that are having problems. Like, this isn't working. That isn't working. This isn't working. What's wrong? This sucks. A lot of people are complaining about a lot of Rift S stuff. I just noticed. Of course, you're going to get that because what's going to happen is everybody's getting Rift S today. They're trying to hook them up to their computer. Something goes wrong and they get furious, because they just paid all this money. They want to experience it. Something is stopping them from experiencing it. So they scramble to the message boards and they just bang away. So you're always going to have a lot more complainers and you're going to have people saying, oh, everything's great. Okay, so let's just see some of the titles we got here. Oh, and of course you're going to get 1,000,001 of these. Yeah, all day long and twice on Sunday. You're going to get 1,000,000 of these. I almost did it my damn self, okay? I almost took a photo of my Quest in my car seat like that. I almost did it. I didn't do it. But I did tweet a little picture out of me showing my Quest. But it was actually back when I got to my my driveway. But yeah, you're going to see just a ton of that. So you like this one? Happy birthday to me. Oh, so here's somebody that did the double dippage. Rendered Reality did double dippage. Stangerism, I believe he got both of them. It's an expensive day. It is truly an expensive day. That was my plan. In fact, I thought I was going to hold both boxes. I thought my thumbnail for this episode was going to be me holding up both boxes and smiling and be like, yay, Oculus Day 2019. That was going to be my thumbnail. But unfortunately, I didn't get the Rift S. Best Buy, you failed me. You failed me, Obi-Wan. The Best Buy in Natomas failed me. Epic fail from Best Buy. I should have had it, and I should have had that thumbnail, and that is disappointing. Okay, PSA. For anyone wondering, the Rift S audio situation, craptacular on a stick. Wow, they really typed that out? No, they didn't. Okay. The Rift S audio situation really is bad. Rift S, garbage audio. Well, you know what? The built-in audio is not stunning. It is not stunning, but it could work in a pinch. And with this rubbing noise, holy moly, riccatoli, the rubbing noise bothered the living crap out of me today. But yeah, so the built-in audio, look, you gotta grab some headphones, man. It's all about the headphones. You gotta do it. Okay, here's a Quest billboard that was spotted in Los Angeles. Not a very good picture here, really blurry. Defy reality. And it's a Beat Saber player that is just flying through the game of Beat Saber, ninja style-y. Looks pretty cool. Defy reality. Again, Oculus, you could have hired me. My advertising campaign would have been freedom. Freedom. And it would be all about the cords, and all you would see would be cords coming off, or you'd have people like taking a scissors and just cutting their VR cord, and it'd be freedom. It wouldn't be defy reality, it would be freedom. But I feel you, Oculus. Defy reality, okay. Decent, it's decent. Okay, let's see. So just a lot of other stuff here. Rift S tracking jitter is sub-millimeter. I just tested it, bro. And trust me, baby, it is so locked on target. I am the Oculus Rift S Defense Force, and I'm standing up for my baby. I'm just kidding. Maybe not. It's always good. Okay, never understood all the Rift S hate. Let's take a look at this goofy little image. Oculus Quest has great tagging, right? Yup. And Oculus Quest has 4 sensors. Oh, Main Fan's calling in. Okay, hold on a sec. Main Fan in the building. What's up? No, but do you want to be? Okay, hold on, folks. We are about to bring in live and direct. Oh my God. Main Fan, otherwise known as Lame Fan. He is coming in. Let me see if I can grab him. Main Fan is live and direct. I'm not getting a video for you, though.
Oh.
I've got your voice. Your voice is coming in, but I'm not... Do you have your camera turned on?
Yeah, I can fix that.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Maybe I just need to move you up or something. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Main Fan is in the building. Ladies and gentlebots, do you know that right now I have the number 3 player in the world for Slightly Heroes? Number 3 in the world. No, are you number 2 or which number are you?
I've dropped a little bit because I haven't been playing it much. So I might be like 4th or 5th or maybe even 6th right now.
That's hilarious, dude. In chat, gaming in still life is who's Manigan or who's Mangan? Who's
I'm
Mangan?
Man fan.
Yeah, man fan. He's a very big man fan. He's always been a fan of the man.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
so we are talking live with Main Fan. My name, everybody, is Anthony Norsha. I am your host. This is VR 365. I got our boy Main Fan, also known as Justin. Virtual Strangers. Check it out every Monday. Virtual Strangers. What is up? Okay, so Main Fan, let's talk about what have you played today, bro? So talk about what has your Quest experience been? Go ahead and walk us through it.
It's weird because I'm looking at the video and it's way behind me, so I don't know how I'm gonna do this. But like, look at my forehead. My forehead is
wow.
it's in pain.
Is that from the Quest?
That's from the Quest. I am in pain. Yeah, my Quest is right here, and it's charging.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, because this thing's front heavy, I'm getting a lot of pressure on my forehead, so I have to, these side straps, I have to get them pretty tight, and I don't know, your forehead wasn't hurting you?
No, dude. The comfort, I had this other problem where if like I was trying to have it kind of more kick back, it was kind of flopping around. Like I'd be looking up at something or looking down at something. And so then I was like, man, I got to tighten this up. And so I really tightened them sides good, but it was Jeff Gerstmann VR face. You've seen the famous Jeff Gerstmann VR face. It was basically that for me in a major way.
Yeah, me too. So what did I play? I played Super Hot. I played Robo Recall. I Expect You to Die, Ocean Rift, Face Your Fears 2, Vader Immortal. That's all I played. First, I played Vader Immortal.
Wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Start that over again because I was doing something in OBS.
I played in this order: Vader Immortal, then Face Your Fears 2, then Super Hot, then Robo Recall, then Ocean Rift, and then I Expect You to Die.
Okay, quick question to the people in chat. Is Main Fan's voice okay, or is it way too loud, or is it like kind of perfect? Just let me know as we go along here. Okay, so why don't we talk about Vader Immortal, but no spoilers. You know, definitely no spoilers if we can here. And so was that the first thing that you went into? Actually, before you even went into that, though, you probably saw the pass-through thing. And you probably did kind of like not First Contact, but the other thing where you dance with the little character and you like shoot those little guns and stuff. Did you do that?
It didn't make me do any of that. I just did the Guardian setup, and that was about it.
Oh, okay. We should try that. I forget what it's called. I can grab the trailer for it. But there is this little thing. It's like it's just a really short little screw around thing, but it's actually worth doing. It's the Oculus Quest basics tutorial. I'm going to put this little video on. I did this. You like shoot a little gun around, and it just kind of like is giving you some basics. And I think it's absolutely worth running through.
You danced with some guy?
At the very end, there's like a little character comes out, and he's just kind of like you're dancing around. You're doing dancing moves, and then like a couple of seconds later, the little guy starts doing dancing moves. And then you kind of twist them around and dance with them. Wait, is this the right one? Is this the right one?
I missed all of the show, so I don't know what you've already said.
Yeah, well, don't worry about it. We'll just talk about what you experienced. So what about the little pass-through mode, like seeing the black and white and seeing your controllers and stuff? Was that kind of cool?
Not really.
Come on, man.
It wasn't to me. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It felt really weird because it actually didn't match up with the real world. It was, the depth was off.
Yeah, the depth is off. It is off. Did you get a Rift S? Are you getting a Rift S?
No, I'm not getting one. I remember we talked about this a long time ago, and I said I wouldn't even want it for free.
Oh my god.
But that was if I had to get rid of my, like, basically do a free trade. That's kind of what I meant when I said that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But Steve said in Discord tonight, that his Rift S has the best clarity he's seen, even like better than his Pimax. So now I'm like, but I doubt I'll get one.
Okay, I've got the right trailer on now. I had the wrong thing. It's called First Steps, and you can go into this, and I recommend it. It's nothing amazeballs, but it's worth going through this and checking this out. But okay, so Vader Immortal, one of the things I said about Vader Immortal is I said you're going to see the highest highs and the lowest lows in Vader Immortal. Like, you're going to see some of the best of what the Quest can do graphically. Like, they do some great, they throw every trick in the book at it, and they do some clever things, and they can make it look really good in certain spots. But I also said there were other spots where you're like in a cabin where you have these huge glass windows, and you're seeing like way down there's stormtroopers walking around. And when you see the stormtroopers, like, if you really look at them, if you're not paying attention to the story and you're just like going to the window looking at the stormtroopers, they look like they just jumped out of an Atari 2600 is what I was saying. Like, some of the graphics, like, you know, you're on Mustafar, right? We got to be careful with spoilers here, but we've seen it in the trailer. Everyone's seen it in the trailer. You're on a lava planet, right? And there are certain parts where you're on this lava planet, and it shows you this big overlooking area where you see the lava, but like, if you look at the lava, it's not moving. It's just a static image. It's like a static background if you really look at it, like if you take the time to look at it. Yeah. So did you notice these highest highs and these highest lows?
Yeah, that lava you're talking about on Mustafar, I stood there and stared at it for a while because I was hoping to see it like rippling a little bit. But yeah, it was a static image. I thought the graphics were probably the best we'll get on Quest. And what I definitely noticed, what I talked about on Discord, was I definitely noticed the foveated rendering. It was a very obvious square of foveated rendering. Did you notice that? I noticed it the whole time I played.
No, it's weird, man. I guess, see, I'm lucky. I don't really want to get into the weeds that like you and Steve Bishop and a lot of people, where you guys notice all these little things. I didn't really notice that.
Wow, I saw it immediately. Like, I look at the edges of the lens. Like, I'm looking everywhere. I don't know if you look more straight ahead, but I'm looking all over the place. Like, the sweet spot was really good, but as I said, the foveated rendering made it like a lot more pixelated on the edges and at the bottom. I didn't really notice it at the top, but at the left, right, and bottom, it got much more pixelated the further you look down. But maybe you won't. Maybe I shouldn't have told you that.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's okay, whatever. I mean, see, one of the things I was telling people too is I feel like I'm going to go on a roller coaster ride. You know, my opinions are going to be up one day, down another day. Like, my opinions today of the Quest might change. You know, a couple weeks from now, I might think about it differently. A couple months from now, I might think about it differently. All I can talk about is like my initial experiences today. Like, you didn't see what happened earlier on this show, but I was kind of negative, honestly, in a lot of ways on the Quest, just because I had a lot of comfort problems. I had problems with these headphones rubbing. Oh my God, I had a terrible problem with a rubbing noise with these headphones where really? I had my Quest on, yeah. On here, like the sides, this side area, you know, this like side area here,
I can't see what you're showing because of the video delay.
7 seconds, or whatever. But the side thing was rubbing on my Sennheisers, and it was just squeak, 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 squeak.
Your Sennheisers, that's why. Okay. I'm just using the built-in audio.
Oh, the built-in audio though, but there's that's kind of you kind of ruined Vader Immortal by using the built-in audio, dude.
Did you try it?
Try what? The built-in audio? Yeah, I tried it for like the first 10 minutes. Like this thing here, I was using the built-in audio for the whole time with this. And it's okay. I mean, you can get by. You can do it. You hear the noises and stuff. But if you ever see, Vader Immortal is like a powerful audio visual tour de force kind of a thing, as much as it can be. You know, on the Quest, and I think you probably should. Like, are you going to try it again? Are you going to do you think you'll run through Vader Immortal a couple of different times, or is it like one and done? You'll never touch it ever again.
I might, maybe I'll do, if I figure out, I haven't looked into like how to make a video. Maybe I'll make a video of it, but I'll do the dojo. I'll do more of that dojo thing because it gets progressively harder. So I'm interested in that. And you can unlock stuff the further you get. You unlock like new hilts and new color lightsabers, and there are different arenas. So that's interesting to me.
Okay. But what did you think, like purely from a graphical standpoint? Did you notice, like, was there anything during Vader Immortal, without, trying to avoid spoiling it too much, that you thought was like, oh, that's kind of cringy, like, oh, look at the graphics like that?
Well, I don't remember actually seeing anything that I thought looked bad graphically, to be honest with you. Because it was actually like more than I expected out of this thing, to be honest with you. I said on Discord, I saw black smearing. Here's another thing that's, you're probably...
Thank God I don't notice that either.
Yeah, you don't notice that. Yeah. When I was moving my head left and right, I could see some black. So what it does is like some blacks will just kind of like shift left and right as you move your head left and right. And that's something I used to notice a lot on Gear VR. And I don't know if it has something to do with the lower frame rate, lower hertz. Like this can do 72 hertz, but it's probably not doing 72 frames per second. I'm guessing in Vader Immortal, it might be doing fewer. I don't know if it's the frames per second that's causing that black smear, or if it's just like it's a higher persistence panel. I'm not sure. I know that's an OLED issue, and I know that's part of why they're going to LCD now.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's I can't be on here forever because I haven't had my dinner yet, but let's talk about well, no, it's okay. We'll try to go through a few things you experienced. So which were the other ones you tried? Did you try Sport Scramble, the demo at all? No. Okay.
I haven't tried. I went to a little demo thing and it said there are no demos available. I don't know why it said that. But this thing was about to die when I tried that, so it might have been like conserving, battery. I don't know. I tried Face Your Fears 2. That was actually frustrating.
Okay, ease up on spoilers on that one because I have not tried it at all, and I'm very much looking forward to it.
I won't spoil anything, but it was very surprising to me that there's actually some platforming and climbing. I was shocked. So there were parts where it was actually really hard for me to get past some parts. I thought it was just going to be like you're straight walking through this easy walking simulator type thing, but it wasn't. It was actually, I couldn't figure out how to get through it.
Yeah.
So you'll see.
Street Wax TV in chat says this dude is super picky, talking about you.
Oh yeah, I'm a picky motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So you tried Face Your Fears. Which other ones? So I'll tell you the one. So you didn't try like Space Pirate Trainer or Journey of the Gods? No. Okay.
I haven't bought those.
Okay.
I'll buy Journey of the Gods. I don't know if I'll buy Space Pirate Trainer.
Well, the thing I will say about Space Pirate Trainer, like I don't know that there's a better demo than that. To just put somebody in a quick demo, because the thing I'll say about Space Pirate Trainer, it is butter, baby. Like it feels much love. That was the crowning achievement of what I tried today, is that, wow, I really feel like they got about 86% of that real experience squeezed into the Oculus Quest somehow, which I think that's incredible.
Is it $15?
Yeah, it's 15.
I'll get it for 15. I'll get it. Yeah. So you're asking, I played Robo Recall.
Oh, let's talk Robo Recall because we both did that. So go ahead, tell us what you think about that.
It might have been a little bit better than I expected because I thought it actually looked better than those images that were on upload. There were images on upload that I thought were doctored, but then there were images that looked, the ones that people were saying were so shitty. I thought it looked a little better than that. And I could actually see reflections on the road. I wasn't expecting to see reflections. So,
what I noticed about it is like, when you're in the inside, like you're in your office or whatever, or you're like the police station or whatever the hell you're in.
Yeah.
Like the elevator, like that part looked great. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I'm looking at the elevator. I'm like, whoa, and then you're in that one room and you're looking at the robots and you got to like teleport over to like start your mission and stuff. I thought all of that looked incredible. My problem was when the actual game started, like I felt like the robots, the spider bots, like their polygons were so watered down. The cars, oh my God, like the cars looked silly to me, because of the texture that they had wrapped around the cars, like really low poly. And it to me it felt like it's like you have the real Robo Recall experience and it's got the flu. It's sick. It's not feeling like itself. That's what I felt this is not an accurate representation of Robo Recall in my personal opinion. Like the gameplay of it, like way less enemy numbers and all that.
But isn't that what you expected?
I guess, but see, all these people were like, no, there's lots of enemies. I thought some people that got these things in advance and they've been playing Robo Recall, I thought somebody said, no, there's not less enemies. No, there were definitely less enemies. And like the enemy, like people said that when you're in the heat of battle, you're just having fun. You're playing Robo Recall. And that's kind of true. But at the same time, like I'm shooting my guns and stuff. And one of the biggest problems I have is like when my bullets that are flying out of that gun, when they hit the enemy robots, I want to feel like something is hitting those robots. And to me, it just was kind of like jitter, maybe like the frame rate or whatever. I don't know. There's something about it.
Yeah, my bullets definitely didn't feel like they were making a lot of impact. Yeah, I can see what you're saying there. And obviously, there are people also saying like, yeah, when you shoot those spider robots, they don't explode like they do in the PC. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff like that. But I mean, I think it's about the best you could expect. The CPU in that thing is the same thing in this over 2-year-old phone of mine that I'm holding here.
Did you ever own a PlayStation Vita?
No, I never did.
Oh, okay, because see, the thing that I think about when I think about the Oculus Quest, it's like it's always going to be like this. Like every game you play, you're going to notice certain things where you're going to be like, wow, they did such a good job, considering the limitations, they did such a good job. And you're going to notice those things and it's going to be pleasing because you're going to be like, wow, they really did something awesome here. But at the same time, in the same exact game, you're going to see certain things and be like, oh, wow, that's really, So it's going to be a mixture of that. And that's just going to be the way it is. And I felt like, I had a PlayStation Vita, and in the PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita days, you would have the Vita and you'd be playing like Wipeout on your Vita and you'd be like, man, if I don't look super close at this is damn near real Wipeout. This is incredible that they basically got Wipeout HD working on a goddamn Vita. How do they do this? This is sorcery. But if you really start looking close at it, you're like, oh, that's how they got it on there. And I feel like this is exactly what we're going to get with the Quest. So if you're like a hardcore graphics whore, this is probably not your bag.
Part of it might be that with the Vita, you get a smaller screen, and maybe if you'd blown it up the size of your actual TV, maybe it would have looked really shitty. I don't know. It depends how far away you are from your TV and how far away you are from your Vita, I guess. I don't know. Everything I saw is what I expected. I didn't see anything that surprised me as far as like looking bad.
Yeah.
I was surprised that it looked as good as it did.
Okay, so you were mostly pleased then, like maybe like it's maybe a little better than I even thought it was going to be overall.
Yeah,
maybe.
The foveated rendering is the one thing that displeased me.
Okay,
that's the one thing.
What about like the whole comfort thing? Like, did you have any other weird problems? Yeah. Actual in the headset problems, but weird other like quirky things besides just general comfort. Like I had my headphone problem. You didn't have nothing like that.
Just my forehead.
Were you using? Oh wait. Okay, go ahead.
My forehead is. That's my problem with my PSVR, my forehead. So I don't know if my forehead is especially sensitive or what. But
Yeah.
sorry, what were you saying?
No, it's I for a while on this episode I was going on a little rant about we all have different heads. We have different brows, we have different cheekbones, we have narrow faces, wide faces, foreheads that come out, foreheads that sink in. There's a million different things. I was talking about going to San Francisco. You're doing the crazy little videos there.
Yeah.
I did notice the Fresnel circles. Did you see that? I did see it. The concentric circles or
I
whatever, the
didn't even.
rings.
No, I didn't even look.
I noticed it while I was in there. Like I saw them while I
Like
was in there.
you saw the light reflecting on the rings?
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, there wasn't as bad as like Vive 1. Like Vive 1 was the worst for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, any other, like, what about pairing it and getting it hooked up? Was that whole process pretty painless?
Pretty much, but I think somebody who isn't technical might have an issue with the app and then knowing where to go in the app and like pairing it, and I think they might be a little confused. Like my
I had to
brother,
delete my app and re-download it to get it to work right.
because it wouldn't show Quest in it. I
No, it
bet.
wouldn't. It when I would hit the Quest button, it would say this app needs to be updated or something like that. But I could never find anything that would be like update or like a new software update. Like I went through every section, couldn't find anything, and then I just said, well, you know what? I bet you if I delete this whole app and re-download it, I'll probably get the updated version, and then bam, it worked.
Well, yeah, my app didn't have Quest in it at all. So then I was like, all right, well, maybe I just have to turn this thing on and pair it. And then once I did that, Quest magically showed up in the app.
What did you think about like setting up the Guardian? Like, dude, that is some freaking magic. Like that
Yeah,
is the future of the funk.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I did notice that it has the same problem I had with Oculus, that like the Guardian shows up too late, I think, if you set it to like match your actual boundary. Like if I set it on my actual wall, I think it appears too late. And I wish
Yeah.
there needs to be a setting to adjust the sensitivity of that.
No, I think what you should always like I would just assume like I would never put my boundary all the way to that wall. No way in hell. I always think of like a 1.5 foot gap, because yeah, it's going to be there, but it's going to be there at the end. Now, the beautiful thing for me, man, is I've got a huge freaking space in here. I really do. Super blessed to have a huge ass space. And then I've got this rug, and what I've done is I've put this rug basically in the middle of my area. So what I did, and I had the headset on, and I'm in the grayscale mode, right? And I'm looking through the AR pass through, and I made my boundaries, and then I grabbed my rug and I just started pulling it so that it'd be perfectly in the middle of my space. And then so I stand in the middle of my rug, and so I'll start walking around, and I might even take a few steps off of my rug, but then I know that I need to go back. But I did love that. And one of the super beautiful things about this puppy is you can take it from this room, you could go into the kitchen, you could set up a quick, like within like 20 seconds, you could hit a couple of buttons and bam, 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 you've set it up, you're in the kitchen and you can go. You can go into your brother's room, you could go into different rooms, and literally within like 30 seconds, you could be up and running. That is awesome. That is super awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to take this. I might take it tomorrow. I'm going to take this to work and put people in VR that have never done it. But yeah, setting up the Guardian, that's going to be a little tricky.
I mean, it's quick though. I mean, I don't think it's tricky at all. I think you just want an empty space. You want an empty space to work with.
That's what I mean. Like at work, it's going to be a little difficult to find that.
And you got to be extra careful, because you just never know how people might react. But yeah, so I mean, I'm happy overall. I tried to get a Rift S, man, but dude, I went to a Best Buy and a Fry's, and neither one of them had it, and I didn't like. They mentioned that in the Roseville Best Buy, but that's like a 45-minute trek off in a, and I was like, F that, I'm not going to do that. So, but check this out, dude. So I saw the Reverb Tested's reverb video, where they go over the reverb. And look, I know they were all over the map, and I know they talked major shit about the controllers. The controllers are just god awful. I know. But also, when they were talking about the resolution, I was like, oh, I want to see this beautiful, pretty pictures. I want to see it. And so there's a part of me that thinks maybe I lucked out. I didn't get a Rift S, and tomorrow if I can order a reverb, because it's a $200 difference. And I'm thinking of like Alien Isolation, and I'm thinking of Subnautica. I'm thinking of certain games where I wouldn't be using those crappy controllers. I'm thinking of like maybe Pixel Rep 1989 and basically anything, anything where I wouldn't have to use those controllers, or like a driving game, or maybe I get a hot ass. I get a hot ass and set it in the right spot.
Some hot ass is always nice. I worry about the sweet spot. I don't think I've heard good things about the sweet spot, and I didn't like the sweet spot on the Odyssey. So that's keeping me from getting a reverb.
But you never know until you get these things on your actual head. That's the problem. Yeah. I mean, people complain about this or that. And it's okay. What about the news today? Pimax. Now it's on Amazon. Amazon.com.
You're asking me about
I know. So what was your major problem? Like, if you could sum that up in like 20 seconds, like what was the major Pimax problem for you?
With the headset or with support?
With the headset.
Oh. Just it didn't. My IPD's low. I don't know if you need a bigger IPD. Mine's more around 60, and this thing, the binocular overlap isn't very good, and this, not as good as a Vive. It always just felt off, no matter where I put the IPD slider. The 3D didn't feel right. Something felt wrong. Then there's the distortion on the edges. Now, some people like Steve say they don't see any distortion, but I saw the distortion all the time. Just like I'm telling you, I see the foveated rendering on the Quest all the time, but some people don't see these things.
Hey, you know the binocular overlap that you're talking about?
Yeah.
After watching that tested video, they mentioned that about the reverb as well, right? And it kind of sounds to me that people like me that have these big IPDs, we might actually dodge a bullet when it comes to that, because our eyes are already out there anyway. So if they remove a bit of that overlap, I don't think it hurts us as much. But somebody like you, or somebody with like a 58 point whatever, like that's where I think you get screwed on the binocular overlap.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and I get lower field of view, I think, because I have to bring the lenses in closer. I don't know. But then, of course, they wouldn't let me return it.
I mean, that's a whole nother. I know you're like super pissed about all of that, but that is another ball game. I mean, it's part of Pimax. It's part of their reputation.
I'm not super pissed about it because I sold it for almost what I paid, so it's okay.
What do you think, though, that it's going to be on Amazon? Like, do you think this will be like a game changer for it, or do you think it's a day late and $1 short because Valve Index is about to just destroy the whole world in another month or so here?
It all depends on how good Index is. I think if Index is really good, then it's a day late, $1 short. If it's not that great, then people might want Pimaxes.
Is Pimax on Index? I mean, Pimax on Index. Hold on. I'm going to switch to the Webinal. Now, let's see here. Where are you at? Let me get you into the right spot.
Can I be short power 24?
You could be. I just need to make you. There we go. Okay. Why do I not have you on here?
Did you leave your wrist straps on your Quest controllers?
Oh, there we go. Okay, so I got you now. Okay, so here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to the Vive subreddit, because let me refresh the Vive subreddit. And there is this Doctor Who thing, and I got a new trailer for the Doctor Who thing and all of that, but we don't have time to talk about that right now. Okay, so Pimax to launch in North America on Amazon. I'm going to click on this really quick. I just wanted to see, do they actually have it on Amazon? No, it doesn't look like it's yet. The launch will occur on May 21st, 10 a.m. Wait, is there an actual link? They're talking about Sweeviver working for Pimax and all of that. But is there an actual link on Amazon? Like, can I actually go to Amazon and find it? I'm not seeing it here. Let me just go to Amazon and let's see what happens.
I don't think it's up yet. And they said, like, for what? For, like, one day? Or was it only 60 minutes? It might have only been 60 minutes, 1 hour, that you could get $150 off.
Oh. Here's Pimax 4K. Okay, wait, here's 5K plus, but I don't know. Yeah. This might be free shipping by Amazon. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, right now?
Well, it says price $799.99, free shipping. I don't think it's in yet though.
$799?
I'm hearing some kind of extra weird noise. I don't know. Does anybody hear a weird noise on the stream right now? But anyway, I'm looking at Pimax. It says add to cart, in stock on May 29th.
That's a 4K.
So next Wednesday. No, this is Pimax 5K plus virtual reality headset with 200-degree FOV and SDE, free. Screen door effect free, 1 year warranty.
Yeah, right. Screen door effect free. Fuck you.
So
that sort of shit pisses me off.
But the beautiful thing about this is, can you actually send it back to Amazon if you have a problem? If you can send it back to Amazon if you have a problem, this is kind of a bit of a game changer, because like if it was like this a year ago, I would have bought one of these. I would have bought one of these if I could have sent it back to Amazon.
Is there a way to see like order fulfilled by? It says sold by Pimax and fulfilled by Amazon. Yeah.
Sold by Pimax and fulfilled by Amazon. Yes, I want fast free shipping with Amazon Prime. Add to cart, in stock on May 29th. Let me go back, or let's see what it shows you like as other products. That's the 4K HP Reverb. Oh, let's see. Do they have this to sell now?
But why is it $799?
What should it be?
Mine was $700.
Oh, $699.99.
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe they're adding this extra $100 on for all the fucking returns they're gonna have to deal with.
And they're claiming they're gonna do some like $150 off thing. So maybe that's how they're recouping. I don't know.
Yeah, so we're shopping live, folks, and here's the HP Reverb. Anthony actually wants to order it right now live. Unfortunately, he can't because temporarily out of stock. I really do want to try the goddamn Reverb. I know it's going to be like a $200 rental for me, because like if I have to sell it on eBay, I'll probably take because I got to, shipping, taxes, etc. I'm probably going to take a $200 hit if I have to sell this puppy. What do you think? How much of a hit do you think I'll take to like get this in to my laboratory here where I can do fine analysis of it? And then have to sell it.
I don't think you'll take a big hit. Well, I mean, unless they... Shit, are they going to fix the problems with the screens?
No.
Is that why?
Not if it's coming next week again. Okay. Not if it's coming next week. So it's going to have... But see, the Mura, the thing that, Sebastian talked about, like the cloudy window and all of that, and they talked about it on Tested as well. The only time you're ever going to notice that is when you got like a wall that's like just all yellow or something, or it's all white and you're just looking at that wall. But if you're playing actual games, like you're not going to just stop and look at a wall. I mean, maybe once in a while you will, but I don't know. Sometimes I think some of these things can be like overcome.
I notice Mura on my PSVR a lot, and I don't have to just look at a solid color wall. I can be looking at anything. As long as I'm moving my head, I notice it more than any of my other headsets.
I'm looking at the Quest just to see, like, do they have them in stock? And it says, so here's the Quest. This is the 64 gig. It says available to ship in 1 to 2 days. Get it as soon as Friday, May 24th, I need a Rift S. Well, I mean, I don't need a Rift S, but I was about to buy a Rift S. I still want to try the Rift S. And I want to play around with the Rift S. But I kind of rather have a reverb, honestly. I want to see 2160 by 2160. I want to know the truth, you know. I want to know, like, even with all of the problems that it has, the grays, the smears, the pupil swim, you know, all the little problems that the reverb might have, I still want to see 2160 by 2160. And I just want to see, what does that do for you? Like, what does that buy you?
Well, why don't you buy it?
Well, yeah, I mean, if it was in stock, I'd buy one. So here's the Rift S. It's $399. It is in stock. So ships from and sold by Amazon. Get it as soon as Friday, May 24th, if you choose the 2-day shipping.
Steve said it's the best clarity he's seen.
And he is a Pimax lover. So coming from Steve, now Steve works for Pimax North America. He's just accepted a side job.
But people have had headband issues, and I think they have trouble getting it closer to their face.
Yeah.
Because of the headband, and they say it's not as adjustable as PSVR.
So I'm over on the Oculus Rift looking at, so I guess they don't have any deals today. Oh wait, maybe Killing Floor Incursion is their deal of the day? No, it doesn't say there's any hours left. So what do you think about the fact we've got 3 big games that have hit? There's new releases. I'm looking at them right here. So Bonfire, this thing is brand new. Shadowpoint, $20. It's on the Rift. Dead and Buried 2, it's on the Rift, bro. You're not playing Quake Arena on the Rift. What are you doing wrong? Dance Central, I know you're going to have a video for this. You're going to be dancing to Pop Stars. You know, T-shirt off, right, for extra views.
Mm-hmm. On the green screen,
yeah. Come on, you got to do it.
Yeah.
You could put like a bandana around your forehead, like Rambo style, so you can have your shirt off and get like a water spray bottle and spray or like rub oils all over your chest, and then do Dance Central. Dude, it would freaking go viral like a mofo. You could be the next Tfue. You could be the next major YouTuber.
I have thought about doing something similar, to be honest.
Yeah, try it. Fuck it. Go for it.
All right.
But, you know, no one's talking about these 3 games. Are you surprised at all, or do you think it was just a dumb idea for them to bring these games out? So I made an argument, Main Fan. Let me get your take on this. Shadowpoint. Okay, so I just got a Quest. I actually got Shadowpoint. We decided to buy Shadowpoint. VR Roundtable decided to buy it with some of our super chat money. And so I was thinking Shadowpoint, oh, it's this cool game. I'm going to play it on the Oculus Quest. You know, yeah, it's coming to Rift, but, you know, it's probably going to come later this year to the Rift. And so I got this cool thing to enjoy on my Quest. Oh, no, I don't. It's available on Rift right now. And because of cross-buy, technically it's in our Rift account right now. And I could play Shadowpoint on my Rift S if I had a Rift S. But do you get the point that I'm trying to make here? I feel like my little Quest game just got freaking neutered. And I also feel like I can't truly enjoy it on the Rift because I was supposed to be enjoying this on the Quest. So I'm basically completely and utterly screwed. First world problems all the way. Hashtag first world problems.
Yeah, like Alex said, it doesn't look like it's probably much improved on Rift. I would play it on Rift if I had it for both. I didn't buy it, but I'd play it on Rift just because actually this Rift is more comfortable for me. Is Rift more comfortable? I know you have comfort issues with Rift.
Yeah.
Which would
You know, and that's one of the reasons I want a Rift S, is I've always had comfort issues with the Rift, and maybe with the Rift S, you know, because it's Halo, it's a different kind of a deal. Maybe my comfort, like maybe the Rift S will be like my dream comfort headset. Like it felt super comfortable when I was at GDC. But you know what I was going to tell you? The one beautiful thing about this is I wonder, I don't know if it will work. Like, could I have Shadowpoint up and running on my Quest and also have it up and running at the exact same time on the PC because I'm in the same freaking account? It's probably not going to work, right? Because the cool thing about that, if I could do it, is I could A/B that shit like in a New York minute. You know, I could just like go, pop this off, put the Quest on, pop that off, put the Rift S on, and A/B this baby. But you probably can't do that, but that's a good question to find out, right?
You got to try it. See what happens.
Yeah. So, Dead and Buried 2, I don't have that. Actually, okay, I'm going to click on Dead and Buried 2. Let's see what they say, because I don't even know what's going on with this. So this is the Rift version. We're in the Rift area. And it says Dead and Buried 2 is a fast-paced multiplayer shooter set in a supernatural Western world. Grab your 6 shooters and go head-to-head in various game modes. Compete against real players online to see who is the best gunslinger. The game is a sequel to the popular Dead and Buried released on Rift and Go. By the way, everybody thought the first Dead and Buried was going to be on the Quest, and I was like, where are you guys getting this information? I've never heard it, and Nostradamus Jr. has been validated because it's not. I don't see Dead and Buried anywhere, but maybe it'll come later. Go ahead.
Can you go to the reviews? Can you view the reviews here?
Yeah, but let me just run through what they're saying here. Okay, so compete against real players online to see who is the best gunslinger. The game is a sequel to the popular Dead and Buried released on Rift and Go. Features: competitive modes, battle online in free roaming deathmatch or cover-based shootout. Multiplayer bots, never wait for players again. Bots will fill the game. Portable, with quests, take the action on the go. Social, make new friends in the town and spin up matches together. Weaponry, 6 shooters, grenade launchers, and more. Future plans, more events will be added to the town over time, so stay tuned. So it looks like this has no single-player action, or not really. So here's some reviews. This guy says, feels very much like Quake. This guy says, feels like an early access game. All of the features of the original game have been stripped from the game, including the horde mode, high noon style shootout, 1v1 shootout, avatar selection and customization, and the shooting gallery. The only new thing that has been added is the free roaming deathmatch mode. Even at the $20 price as the game is now, it really does not feel worth it for this stripped down first party quote unquote sequel. This guy gave it 3 stars and says it's only day one. Game only has deathmatch, not team deathmatch, just like a every man for themselves and shootout, which is team-based. Okay, what do you want to say? Go ahead.
Every man for himself is what I want. But anyway, there was a review here that said that, like I said, it's head-oriented. It's not controller-oriented. And in a fast-paced, multiplayer shooter, I can't deal with that. So that's the reason I wouldn't buy this.
Okay, here's a guy, King Klong, 3 hours ago. Very fun, more control options, please. Other games can have movement direction be based on controller direction. Due to this and being left-handed, I'm used to having movement be on the right joystick since it would hinder aiming otherwise. It will get an extra star out of me if we could at least switch the joystick functionality around. That's King Klong, 3 hours ago.
Oh, I see Amazing Odin. I need to talk to him because he's one of the Slightly Heroes badasses. And he put a review on there, so I need to get his opinion.
Well, here's what he says. For a start, you need to add smooth turning. Why does all the game devs start with old school stuff? Come on, be up to date with movement. Snap really does not work well with these games. Other than that part, very well designed game, and get yourself a Discord channel, much easier to chat with you a lot, and you get the feedback much faster, one thing, maybe one off, but game did have an odd moment after match and would not let me move or anything other than chat with others, but please get a Discord channel. That's pretty much all Amazing Odin's talking about. But yeah, that's Dead and Buried. No one's really talking about it. It's pretty much Quake Arena right now. Yeah, it's funny though. Everybody really thought that the original Dead and Buried was absolutely freaking guaranteed for Quest, and it wasn't. And it's not on Quest to the best of my knowledge. We can go to Quest and look at their little library over here.
It was weird that Dead and Buried was on lists, like Upload's list. I think Dead and Buried was there. Confirmed games.
Yeah, but Upload had a lot of weird stuff that I thought was kind of all over the map. So I don't know. Upload sometimes doesn't always have the best information. But yeah, I've got the complete availability of everything, YouTube, VR, Netflix. I haven't tried any of that actually. I haven't tried VR Chat. I haven't tried Rec Room. That's the thing. Like Orbis VR Reborn, we actually have that in our VR Roundtable account, so I could actually try that. So there's just so much stuff. Big screen beta, haven't tried none of it. we have Box VR. I haven't tried Box VR. So, like, one of the things that I mentioned is this is kind of like a roller coaster ride. And so it's going to go up, it's going to go down. It's going to have highs, it's going to have lows. What do you think about that? Or do you think you could just call the Quest right now? Or do you think your opinion might change over the coming weeks?
Oh, it might change over the coming weeks, but I'm pretty positive. You know, I told you if I like something enough, I keep it. If I don't, I return it. This is definitely not a return. So I'm happy enough with it, despite those comfort issues.
Yeah.
Do
you feel like there's still a lot of things that you have to try? Because I mean, even though you've tried quite a few things, like you probably haven't tried BOGO. You probably haven't tried, you know, there's a lot of demos and stuff that are out there.
I'm probably not trying BOGO. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I need to try. So like, I Expect You to Die, that was really good. I couldn't really tell much difference, you know, unless I did an A to B comparison. Super Hot, couldn't tell a difference unless I did A B.
Oh, wait. So you played Super Hot?
Yeah, I played Super Hot like pretty far into it.
Did you notice like the fact that you can like move, or like some people say it's almost like a different game? Like, what do you think about that?
I didn't really notice that. I already move around a lot. Even when I use a cord, I move around a lot. So, and I have not played Super Hot with my Vive with wireless. So it's not like it's that.
Have you tried putting your, when you use your Quest, is it behind where you're sitting now? Like you make a space in that middle area there, or are you doing it in some other room? Like what size space are you using here?
I'm using in the same Vive space.
Oh, okay. And which is how many feet by how many feet, basically?
Well, shit, I'll show you.
All right.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting a live view. Oh my God, Main Fan has a big ass area. You're chilling.
And I can't even see what you're seeing.
What is that thing on the ground there? Is that like a chair that swivels?
I see. That's it's a cool, stool. It's a
Dude, you got like a
stool.
freaking movie studio here and shit. It looks like you're on a straight, like with that screen right there. Like, dude, this is like Channel 3 News.
That's how I did that Jet Island video.
Damn, you got it going on.
But that screen, you can get that screen for like 20 something bucks, actually.
Yeah. I have a big ass green thing. It just didn't look very good. I need the right lighting. But what's that thing in the middle there? What is that thing that's in the middle?
Let me go get it.
Is that like a chair?
I'm coming back.
Okay.
I'm coming back. All right.
We're live at Mainfan's palatial estate in Virginia.
So can you see this thing?
Yeah. Okay. So it's like a swivel chair, basically.
It's a stool it's a motion stool, so it can
well,
rock.
I'll be.
It can, and obviously it can spin. So like this is good for like if you want to sit, but you also want to do some like sixth off leaning and stuff.
Damn.
You can do all of that. The bottom, is like that. It's actually rubbery, so it grips, so it doesn't slide. If you're interested, I can tell you more information.
How much bank is that thing? Just tell us that.
It might have been 80.
Oh, okay. So not crazy ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not crazy.
So your area over there, like what would you estimate that area would be that you like the empty area that you're working with?
The play space in Steam says 4 meters by 4 meters.
Damn.
It's like up there is the base station. So I don't use the whole area. And then over there is, the other base station.
Yeah. Did you used to have like a projector in that room or something? Like what was on that blank wall over there? No?
Nothing.
Oh.
There used to be a desk there that I moved for that green screen.
Okay. Well, you are living large. So you got a really nice so you got a big space, so you really shouldn't be seeing your Guardian. Like if you're playing Super Hot, you should be able to kind of like move through the world quite a bit if you wanted to.
Yeah, I move around a lot.
All right. Well, you know what, Main Fan? I got to call it because I'm starving. If I wasn't starving, I'd keep going.
Yeah. It's crazy you haven't eaten.
Yeah, well, I kind of had a late snack, so luckily that held me
Okay.
over quite a bit. But yeah, no, I am starving like Marvin. Okay, well, you know what? I'll just go ahead and say goodbye to you, main fan, but I truly appreciate you coming on kind of last minute like this. And it was fun while it lasted. You know, we had a pretty good discussion there, but we can definitely. This is like the first time we've had main fan's video, and his video works good, his audio works good. So definitely a good guest to have on a few times. So we'll definitely have to do that. But don't give up on your quest too early, man. Like, don't write it off. Keep trying these experiences. Keep giving it a little bit of a chance. You know, try a few different things every so often. I know you're going to go back to your man cave with your regular PC setup and mostly play that. But give it a little bit of love. Don't throw it to the curb too quickly.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a VR cover on here. I have one ordered, so I hope that'll maybe that'll make it feel better. I don't know.
That's that could help out. That could possibly help out. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and hang up now. But thanks again, truly appreciate it. And everybody out there, Virtual Strangers. He's one of the hosts of Virtual Strangers. Be sure to check that out. Every Monday, usually, they pop a podcast on YouTube, and it's usually a long one. I still haven't seen Monday's episode. Is it like 2+ hours?
It's 3 hours and 10
Oh,
minutes.
shit. 3 hours. We are talking epic. That'll take me through damn near my entire shift. That is going to be epic. That's going to be awesome. And then guess what? Your next one, Monday's episode, you know, the next one, we're talking 4 hours. Because don't some of your hosts have quests coming or Rift S's or stuff?
Wes and I have quests, and then Wes might be getting a Rift S. I don't know if anyone else is. I don't think so. Yeah, Wes might be getting both. I can't remember.
I Am Rhett says Virtual Strangers is the best. Watch it. It's pretty good. It is pretty damn good. I like Coffee and VR as well, and there's quite a few good podcasts out there. F Reality is solid.
Yeah, I watch Coffee and VR and F Reality. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll go ahead and say goodbye. But yeah, we'll definitely have you on again soon, main fan. Wonderful talking to you. I know it's pretty late on the East Coast, and you got a whole lot more Quest Love to play before you're done. All right. But yeah, we'll talk to you. Take it easy, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Talk to you later.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. All right. That was our boy Main Fan checking in at the last minute, which caused us to go an entire additional hour of VR 360. Dude, we are 2 hours and 21 minutes. 47 seconds. We're going to hit the 2 hour and 22 minute mark, and then we can sign the hell off. And I can say bye-bye I'm going to try to get it right at 22 seconds. So 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 22 seconds. So here we go. Ready, set. I'm going to try to get this 222 all across the board. That would be so freaking awesome if somehow we could end like that. I seriously doubt it's going to work like that, but I'm going to try it, brah. Okay, but yeah, I will be back tomorrow, folks. Oh, you know what? Tomorrow we're going to have a nighttime show. See you tomorrow later.